Hi, welcome. In the previous video, we have seen how we have installed a virtual environment and how we have activated it. In this video, we are going to create a project using Django, and we are going to use it, a basic feature which Django provides. So let's start. So in order to create, after installing Django in our environment, we need to start a project with the command django-admin, and since we are creating a project, the command would be start project, and after this we need to pass on the project name. Here we are going to work for the Telegram service. Let's say it's Telegram bot service, and yes, Telegram bot service, this folder has been created. Let's cd to this, and we have a manage file and we have a Telegram folder. So by default we get some files, and if so, this is the by default which we get, very small files. Let's start the project. In order to run a project, we need to run command now. Before running this command, we need to make sure that currently we are at the same directory where this manage.py file is located. So I can run this command. This will start the server, and before starting a server, it is giving us warning that there are some unapplied migrations. So my project may not work properly until I have all the migration applied. That's not an issue at all right now. We just want to see what do we get by default. So if I run a project, yeah, I'm successfully able to run my project. A single command of creating a project and then running the server, and that's it. What needs in order to run a Django server, plain and simple. There are some release notes. I know what version we are working on. Here I can see there are some of the Django polling app, Django community. There are some of the links which I can use over here, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Also there is admin panel with /admin, and since we have not created any user, so it will not work because there is nothing. Of course, there is nothing. There is no such table because we have not migrated anything yet. Let's stop the server and apply the migration. Migrate. What do we mean by applying migration? So it simply means that there are some SQL files which are created, and those SQL files has not been applied on the database. So there is sort of mismatch, like the files exist but there is no table exist corresponding to those files. So that is why we always get apply migration error. In order to apply those migration, or in order to create all those database tables, we need to run this command, which is python manage.py migrate. What it will does is it will create all the tables which are in our migration files. So yes, you have seen that we have successfully applied all the migration, and if I run the server now, I will not get any warning. What does it mean? It means that I have successfully applied all the migration. Now since I have applied migration, let's create a user. How we can create a user? This is the command, python manage.py create super user. So what right now we want to do is we want to create a super user. Now it is giving me some option. It is giving me username, let's say admin, email is admin@admin.com. This is some by default. I apply some random password And yeah, so after applying a password, I am successfully able to create a super user. Let's run our project again, and this is the project. I just enter the username and password, and yes, this is what I get. I got the good Django admin, and I can see there is one user called admin which I just created, and it's a staff. Yes, it's a staff. And if I just go inside and just check, this is a staff and this is a super user. Because I have created it from shell, this is the first ever user, so this is a super user which is created from the backend. Let's not touch anything. What else I get? By default, I get groups, and yeah, pretty much that's it. So in this video, we were successfully created a project, and we saw how we can apply migration and how we can use the admin. So if we see that it also provides option like CRUD options, I can create a user and create a password, and I can also update it. So basically by default I get all the CRUD operation: create, read, update and delete. I get fancy and good admin panel by default. So yeah, pretty much that's it. In the next video, we will see how we can create some apps, the default apps. Apps are basically terminology of Django, and we will create some models and we will simple play around it. That's it for the video. Thank you.